The next question. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral if angle BCX, okay, if angle BCX is already given to us, which is 70 degree, and angle ADY is given to us 80 degree, then we need to figure out the value of X and Y. So since this angle is 80 degree, so this angle needs to be what? 100 degree. Okay, and since this angle is 70 degrees, so this angle needs to be what? 110 degrees. Correct. And since it is what? Cyclic quadrilateral, because it is inside the circle. So in cyclic quadrilateral, we already know the sum of the opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, sum of opposite angle of cyclic quadrilateral is always equals to 180 degree. Correct. So in respect of that, 100 plus y should equals to what? 180 degrees. And similarly, this 110 plus x also needs to be 180 degree. Correct. So when from this, if we are going to solve, so the value of y we are going to get 180 minus 100. So we will be getting 80 degrees, and the value of x we are going to get as 180 minus 110. We are going to get a 70 degree. So 70 degree and 80 degree, option A needs to be the correct answer for this. Now the next one. Next one is saying the 4 cows are tethered at the 4 corners of this square plot of the side 74 meters, having the length of the rope half of the side of the square. Okay, we are supposed to figure out the area which is left ungrazed. Okay, so since if we are going according to the question, so the thing what we can clearly see and what we can clearly assume from the given information is, okay, since the cows are tied to the corner of the square. Okay, so suppose this is the square. Okay, and 4 cows are tied towards it. So one cow like this, another will be this, another will be this, another will be this. Correct. So whatever the radius is, whatever the length of the like thread or the rope by which they are tied, so they will be able to graze this much area only. Like from here, this much, like whatever the length of the rope. So that we are going to take as radius. Okay. So they will be able to graze that much area only. Okay. So from both the sides. Okay. So from here, if we are going to, okay, the square plot of the side 74 meters. So the side of the square is already given to us, which is 74 meters. Okay. So and having the length of the rope half of the side of the square. So side of the square is 74 meters. Okay, so the length of the rope should be, that should be half of 74. So that needs to be 37 meters. Okay, so now they are forming 1/4 of the circle like this. Got it? So if first we need to figure out the area of the entire field or area of a square plot. So that needs to be side into side. That gives us 74 square or 74 into 74. We will be getting 5,476 meters square. Okay. After that, we will try to figure out the area of one quadrant. Okay. Since they are forming one quadrant over here like this. Like this. Okay. So they are forming 4 quadrants together. So if we are going to figure out the area grazed by one cow. That is, we will apply the formula for area of quadrant, which is 1 by 4 pi r square. So through that, we are going to get it as 1 by 4 times pi, we can take it as 22 by 7. R we need to take as, since it is half of that, so we will be taking it as like this is the complete one, na half. So half, like this half, this half. So they are able to cover like this much. Okay, so that is gonna be 37 times 37. And since we have 4 quadrant over here, so we can multiply it by 4. Okay, so we will be getting 4 got gonna cut out. We are going to get 22 times 37 times 37 by 7. Okay, that we need to solve for this. So when we are going to solve this thing, we are going to get 22 times 37 times 37. We are getting 30,118 that we are supposed to divide it by 7. So we will be getting something 4,302.57 meters square. Okay, now the area which remains ungrazed. That needs to be the area of the entire square minus the area, whatever is grazed by the cows. Okay, so when we are going to subtract it, so we will be getting 1,173.43 meters square. So option C needs to be the correct answer for this. Now next, if alpha plus beta is equals to 12 and alpha beta is equals to 25, where alpha is greater than 0 and beta is also greater than 0, we are supposed to figure out the value of alpha cube minus beta cube. Okay, alpha plus beta is already given to us over here. So for this, what we can do? Since the value of alpha plus beta is given to us over here, so first we will try to figure out, we will put the entire thing into alpha plus beta whole square. Okay, so let's try to put it over there. So alpha minus beta it is asking for. No? So we will alpha minus beta whole square is gonna be alpha square plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta, correct? So alpha minus beta square we need to figure out. Or we can simply write it rather than going with this, since we don't have the value of this, we can use the another formula alpha minus beta square is equals to alpha plus beta square minus 4 alpha beta. That also we can write. Okay, so alpha minus beta square, we don't know the value. Okay, so alpha plus beta square is 12. So 12 square minus 4 times 25. So we are going to get 144 minus 100. We will be getting 44. Okay, so the value of alpha minus beta is square is 44. So alpha minus beta is equals to root 44, which gives us 2 root 11. Okay, now since the question is asking about the alpha cube minus beta cube, so for this, what we can do, we can use the formula alpha cube minus beta cube, which is a cube minus b cube should equals to a minus b alpha minus beta times a square plus ab plus b square. Okay, we will use this formula. So alpha minus beta is what? 2 root 11. Okay, we can put the value over here as 2 root 11. Okay, and we don't have the value of alpha square plus beta square as well. Okay, so we will try to figure out the value of alpha square plus beta square from this. Alpha square, a square plus b square is equals to a plus b whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Okay, so alpha square plus beta square. alpha plus beta whole square is given to us 12 square minus 2 times 25. So that will be 144 minus 50. Okay, so that is 94. So the value of alpha square plus beta square is gonna be 94. We will put it over here. So we are going to get 94 plus 25. So we are going to get it as, since it should be there and plus minus because it is root. So plus minus root 11 to root 11 and 94 plus 25 gives us 119. So finally the value of alpha q minus beta q, we will be getting plus minus 238 root 11, which is option D. Now next question. So next we have achiever section. So the first question over here is if x, y, and z are the consecutive positive integers such that x is lesser than y and y is lesser than z, then which of the following must be true? So x, y, z should be divisible by 6. Yes, that needs to be true only since they are the consecutive integers and they are in a increasing order only. So x, y, z, if we are going to figure out their product, so yes, that should be divisible by 6. If x, y, z, we are going to take as 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if we are going to multiply 1 times 2 times 3, so yes, we are getting 6 and 6 is divisible by 6. Z minus x, y minus x plus 4 should x minus 1 should equals to 1. Okay, so if we are going to take as 1, 2, 3, so 3 minus 1 times 2 minus 1 plus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 times 2, yes, we are getting 4. So that is also true. X, Y is odd, 1 times 2 is even only. That is not odd. So only third is false, first and second are true only. Next, consider the volume of the following. The cuboid of the length 8 centimeter, breadth 6 centimeter, and height 3 centimeter. A cube of each side 6 centimeter, a cylinder of radius 4 centimeter and height 8 centimeter, a sphere of radius 6 centimeter. The volume of these in the increasing order is, we need to figure out their volume and need to arrange them in an increasing order. So the cuboid volume we already know LBH. So we need to do 8 times 6 times 3. We are going to get 144 centimeter cube. A cube of side 6 centimeters, so we will be getting like a cube only. So 6 cube, we are going to get 216. Okay, the cylinder of radius 4 centimeter and height 8 centimeter. So for this, for the cylinder, we know the volume is pi r square h. So that gives us 22 by 7 times 4 times 4 times 8. Okay, because that is the height. So if we are going to solve it, so we will be getting around 402.28. Okay, and the sphere of the radius this, so the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And if we are going to solve it, so we are going to get 4 by 3 times 22 by 7 times r is 6 times 6 times 6. Okay, so we will be getting 905.14. Okay, and we are supposed to arrange them in an increasing order. So in an increasing order, the smallest one is the first one, then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Option A is the correct answer. Next, filling the blanks and select the correct option. If A, B, C are the sides of a triangle are A square, B square plus A square plus B square plus C square is equals to BC plus CA plus AB, then the triangle is, okay, triangle will be which type of the triangle that we need to tell. Okay, so if we are going on the basis of this, if A, B, C are the sides and A square plus B square plus C square is equals to BC plus CA plus AB. Okay, then the triangle will be which type of the triangle? Since when we are going to solve it and if we are going to check it, so we will be getting the entire thing into the formula like A minus B whole square plus B minus C whole square plus C minus A whole square, which is equals to 0. So in the end, we will be getting all the sides as equal. So that needs to be an equilateral triangle. Next two triangles are said to be the congruent if the ratio of the corresponding side is equal. Okay, that needs to be what? Equal. Okay, and for the next one, it is two triangle. Okay, in triangle ABC, if angle B is 90 degree, AC is equals to 6 centimeter, and D is the midpoint of AC, then the length of BD is. So the length of BD, AD and CD both needs to be, all the three needs to be equal. So the length of BD needs to be half of AC. Okay, so that is gonna be half of 6. So we will be getting 3 centimeters. So it needs to be 3 centimeters. So option B needs to be the correct answer. Next, now following the steps of the construction of a triangle ABC in which BC is equals to 6 centimeter, angle B is equals to 60 degree, and the sum of the other two sides is 9. So along BX, cut BP at 9 centimeter, draw the perpendicular bisector BP at A, construct angle CBX, then draw BC, join AC, join CP, then triangle ABC is the required triangle. Now we need to arrange them in the correct order. So if we need to arrange them in the correct order, the first step needs to be, first we need to draw the line. Okay, fourth step needs to be the first one. After that, we need to construct one of the angles. So the constructing angle is CBX. So that is the third point. Then after that, we need to cut the another line from the BX only, whatever the line we have drawn. So the first, then we need to join those two. And after that, we are supposed to draw the perpendicular bisector and then we can join AC. So option C needs to be correct answer. Next, over the past 150 working days, the number of the defective parts produced by a machine given in the following table. Now determine the probability that the tomorrow's output will have no defective part. Okay, so it is asking about for the probability only. So over the past 150 working days, the number of the defective parts produced by the machine given in the following table. So they have already given the defective parts, number of the defective parts. Okay. No defective parts is gonna be like 15 by 150. So that gives us 1 by 10. So that gives us 0.1. So first needs to be what? 0.1. At least two defective parts, which means at least two defective parts. It can be more than that as well. So 22 plus 24 plus 28 plus 12 plus 17 we need to go. So we will take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 22, 24, 28, 12 and 17. So when we are going to add all of them together, okay, so we will be getting something 103. So 103 by 150 we need to do when we are going to do it. So we are going to get after solving this 0.686 something. Okay, so 0.686. Now not more than 4 defective parts. Not more than 4 defective parts. So if we need to stock it over here, so we will take all the parts till 4. So 15 plus 32 plus 22 plus 24 plus 28. So the total we are going to get 121. Now for finding the probability, we need to do 121 by 150. And after solving this, we are getting 0.806. Okay, so which is option B. So that is why option B needs to be the correct answer.